Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got in a Mercedes C220 CDI. Faults are, it's gone into limp mode, won't rev over 3000 revs, engine management light is on, and it's the DPF filtration system fault. So first thing we're going to do is get the code reader and plug it in, see what the codes are. Today we're going to be using our top on. So we just turn that on, and then we're going to find the OBD port, which is under here. There's a little flap that you pull down, and we're just going to plug this in. Lights on, beeps, we're working. Grab the key, turn the ignition on. This car's done 115,000 miles. And we're just going to use the top on today to read any fault codes. As you can see, there are many computers in the Mercedes, but the one we're going to be interested in is the ECM. So we want to read the fault codes, and we have our two codes. So we've got soot content of diesel or gasoline particulate filter is not okay, component fault, and a leak was detected in the air intake system. Signal comparison is faulty. Well, to me, I think we're going to look for the air fault first, because if there's an air fault in the intake system, then the car won't have the parameters to be able to do a DPF regeneration whilst driving. So firstly, let's look into this fault. We're going to go ahead and look at the air intake system and see if we can find a fault. Right, so first things we're going to do is we're going to open the bonnet, and we're going to have a visual inspection of the air intake system. So Mercedes got lots of engine covers, so we're just going to pop these off. Just one twist tab at the front, and then pulls towards you, sits on these little clips at the back. Just move that out of the way, and now we can see the intake system here. What we're looking for is any obvious signs, any split pipes, anything along those lines. So just grab a torch. Nothing obvious up the top here. So let's just pull off this intake pipe. Set that to one side. Now we can start to look any split pipes or anything that we can see down here, and we've got the boost pipes which are down the bottom. We're going to need to check those, because quite commonly they are more likely to split than these intake pipes coming off the airbox here. So just to get better access, we can pull this cover forward like so, and then pull it up. A bit tight. Set that to one side, and now we have a bit more access down here, and already I can see what's happened. I don't know whether you guys can see that, but that looks to be like a split in the pipe. There's a split in the boost pipe, which would then throw that code for the air fault. If there's an air fault, the engine ECU cannot have the correct parameters to do the DPF regeneration whilst driving, therefore it will throw that code as well. And if you drive it for a long period of time like that, you will end up blocking the DPF and possibly needing a new one. So what you need to do is get this looked at as soon as possible. If it's something as simple as a split pipe, then you can just get that changed and the car will do its DPF regeneration again and get all back to normal. So what we're going to do now is we're going to order that pipe and we're going to take it off and replace it, hopefully fix this problem. Okay, now the car's up in the air. We've just got a load of 8mm bolts to take off the under trays to get them out of the way, and hopefully we'll get a visual on the pipe and I'll show you how to take it off. Okay, now the under trays are out the way. The pipe runs just up here. See if I can get you some better light. Just runs just up here and you can just see the top of the split just there. So we're just going to pop that pipe out. It's got some metal clips on here that we're just going to pull back and then hopefully pull the pipe off the intercooler side and pull it off the engine side. We just take our pick, pull each wing back out the way, like that. And then we can wiggle it off, do the same on the front one. Move that pipe out, or position there, and there we have it. One pipe, split in the hose. So we're going to get one of them ordered up and put it back in. These clips here, you just pull them out. I don't know if you can see this. You pull them to the side like that and it releases off the inside. Do each one. If you pull them back, they should sit in a little stop just here. Sometimes they don't. You might have to get two picks in there, one either side, because one pings back as you're doing it, and then this little bottom bit just slides out. Nice and easy. Take your pipe off, we'll get that replaced, hopefully cure the problem. Okay, so it's the next day here and we're back on the Mercedes. We ordered the turbo pipe, but the supplier sent the wrong one out, so I've had to order another one. So shout out to Robust Car Parts on eBay. They sent me one out next working day, so we're going to get this one open, make sure it's correct and fit it to the car. That's our new pipe, all shiny new. So let's see if it's correct. So this is our old pipe, this is our new pipe. And yeah, looks good. So let's get this fitted and clear the codes and get this thing back on the road. So same as before, take a new pipe and we're just going to feed it in. But before we do that, it comes with brand new seals in here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of grease on them just to help them slide in. Okay, now we've put a little tiny bit of grease on the seal on the inside there just to help that slide over. Hopefully not cause any problems. So with the pipe in position, we just push it onto the intercooler side and the engine side, and you hear it clip into position. The little clips hold it on tight. As simple as that. Pipe goes on, nice and easy. Make sure it's secure. What you don't want to do is start it up, build up a bit of boost, and then that pipe pops off and you're back to square one. Now the pipe's installed, we can go ahead and put our under trays back on, and then we'll bring the car down, clear all the codes. Okay, now with our under trays fitted back on, it's just a load of 8mm bolts. Pop it up there, 8mm bolts in, do them up. And now we've lowered the car back down onto the floor, so now we're going to go over to the top don again, and we're going to go back into the ECM. We're going to read our fault codes again, and as you can see, they're still there. So if we go to clear codes, switch ignition off. Clearing the fault code memory. We can switch the ignition back on. Fault code cleared. And as you can see, the air intake one is now gone. So if we start the vehicle, on the clutch. Double check. We're going to go back out, go back in to read the fault codes, and the air intake one is now gone. So with that code now gone, we can reset the DPF regeneration status in the ECM, and then we'll go on a drive, and that will unblock the DPF and get absolutely back to normal, and then that'll be job done for this car. Now, as I say in every video, if you like the content, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. There's plenty more content to come, and I'll see you in the next one.